What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Chillscissors here, and I want to just take a moment straight out of the gate to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in and staying with me as I move everything I own in life, my gaming collection, all of my gaming memorabilia from one house to another, and documenting everything along the way. Just sharing my life experiences with you guys, keeping you guys in touch. I know a lot of you guys enjoy that type of content, but again, thanks for hanging in there. But furthermore, this is going to be our very first pickup video for this new house that me and my wife just purchased. So I'm super happy and humbled to be able to bring this content to you guys. Finally, somewhat getting to the point to where we are manageable in the house with the unpacking process. But you guys came here for the pickups. I've been out scouring the wilderness looking for these games, accessories, and collectibles out there. I'm here to share this with you. So a lot of great Nintendo GameCube titles. As a lot of you know, I'm a massive Nintendo GameCube fan. I was born in 1991, so that was just right in the turning point whenever I was old enough to actually receive the information. And I can't tell you how many lawns I had to mow, how much landscaping I had to do, how many fence posts I had to drive to be able to save up to buy one of these launch day. And man, it just one of those memories, that's going to stick with me indefinitely. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. A lot of great GameCube titles here, and this first one is actually a factory sealed title of one of my all-time favorite games. It's so funny how that worked out because it wasn't listed as sealed. I have another duplication copy because I bought these games in a bundle. So whenever you break it down, each game versus the cost I bought in bulk, each one of these games I'm about to show you I purchased for $2.75. So the first game, sealed, mind you, for the Nintendo GameCube, we're looking at Second Sight for the Nintendo GameCube. A lot of people don't know about this game. If you have original Xbox or access to a GameCube, check this one out. You're doing yourself a favor. Man, this game is so intense. It's got squad combat, stealth. You can play with your paranormal powers. You start off the game as John Vadek. He awakes from a coma with no memory, but what he does remember, very little, is not very pleasant. He's gotten captured, a bizarre brain experimentation. He also knows he's possesses like paranormal powers like telekinesis and all these other abilities. So within the game, you're trying to find out what happened to you, what happened to your squad, and you just go on this wild ride along the way. But yeah, a sealed copy, guys. Like I said, if you guys haven't checked it out, do yourself a favor, go check this one out. Such an awesome storyline, and just happy to have this factory sealed in the GameCube collection. Moving right along, this one was the actual reason I pursued this lot. It was in a local garage sale, and if you couldn't see, they just said multifamily sale. And whenever you go swiping through the photos, I just saw a very small glimpse of what looked to be Mario Party. And at first I thought it was a Mario Party for the Nintendo Wii because the stack was primarily Wii titles. But it turns out they were actually using the backwards compatibility function to play the Nintendo GameCube games as I do. But then I only had Wii. I said, hey, do you have any GameCube titles? And she said, yeah, and shipped me a photo of the lot. And I said, how much would you take for it? And it wound up being $2.75 per game. But included in this bundle, we got Mario Party 5 for the Nintendo GameCube. Now I only need one more copy, of which I need 6. I have all of the other ones. I just need 6. So I'll be keeping my eye out for all the other ones I've gotten throughout the years, for steals, from thrift shops to Goodwills to what have you, garage sales. So again, awesome to have this in my collection. It's a Mario Party title that's pretty self-explanatory, but more than 70 all new mini games and tons of fun. All of these titles are ultra clean and complete. All of these titles look like they had barely been touched. So I'm assuming they had 2 kids, so I'm assuming they bought, games throughout the years and just never got around to playing them. Obviously, they still had sealed titles that they purchased, decades ago. So it just goes, it's a testament to how good they took care of their stuff, just because they didn't ever use it. This next item is not a game per se. It's kind of something right up my alley for my generation. I saw and I knew it had value, not only sentimental value for me, but overall value because of what it is. And this was a local Goodwill find, and I found it for $3, guys. So this is a 1990s original Ninja Turtles clock. Try to get a good shot of that. But you can see it's got the original art, and that's what drew me to it, because I recognize that from my childhood. That's, the Ninja Turtles I grew up with. But I picked this one up on a fly, didn't have my phone on me, went out to the car, did some research. It's actually quite valuable. One recently sold, I think it was sold for around $70 to $90, somewhere in there. But it's original 1990s Ninja Turtles clock, and still works. You can see it ticking away. But yeah, this is such an awesome item just to hang up on my wall. I didn't have a clock in here. Who really does clocks nowadays? But whenever they're this cool, I think I'll definitely jump on that bandwagon. So glad to have this. It's in super clean condition. It's plastic on the outside, real glass, not plastic case. So awesome to have that. This next one's gonna be one that I used to play with my cousin all of the time, and I wound up revisiting it a couple days ago, and it's just as fun as it was back then as it is today, and that is Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2. And this one features all of the classic BMX characters, 10 worlds, one vert title, one epic road trip. So basically you start off, and it doesn't really have a storyline, it just kind of has like road trip videos as you progress throughout the campaign. And the first level you come up to, you have to collect 5 gas cans to fuel up your bus. You gotta do all of these things, find the hidden bus keys. Very Tony Hawk inspired for sure. But Tony Hawk is a wonderful game. There's nothing wrong with that. And I love the backstory to these games whenever it wasn't about how real it could be. Although I love my Skate 1, 2, and 3 titles, then they earn their place up in my gaming shelf. However, just getting back to the brass tacks of just a fun game, just sitting down, not getting into the specifics of how real it is, and just enjoying the game. They both earn their places up on my game room shelf, and a lot of people down these type of games because of that reason. Oh, it doesn't look real. It's not trying to be real, it's trying to be fun. And a lot of games should look at that way, depending on what the game, because like I said, they both have their place in our community, in my personal opinion. So yep, Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2 complete. On to this next one. This is going to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle style for the Nintendo GameCube, and we got TMNT for the original GameCube. I've played all of the other ones, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles 2, Battle Nexus, Turtles 3, and then Mutant Melee, but this particular one I have not played yet. So it's your typical platformy action Nintendo, made by Ubisoft nonetheless. Use the tag team moves to crush powerful enemies, scale buildings, and leap from rooftops. Play as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters, each with their own unique fighting style. unite the turtles and save the city. So just reading the back of it briefly, it just gets me really pumped and excited. I'm a big TMNT fan. Yeah, just really excited to jump right into another TMNT adventure and checking out, if this one was a flop, did they get the controls right, etc. and so on. The graphics look pretty good. I like the art style, so we'll see what happens there. This next one is a kickback to an old retro show, I believe it was, but that is none other than Nintendo GameCube's copy of Starsky and Hutch. Oh man, this game takes me right back. I had this game as a child, and you just play through as the main characters. You got the old school soundtrack, jump into the classic Gran Torino as the coolest cops in town, control the streetwise Starsky and the softly spoken Hutch, and get up to high-speed chase and catching bad guys. Basically, it's a shooter. You can't get out of your car. You're just chasing bad guys, shooting out their cars, shooting out their tires, ramping through hoops, and just having a blast. So if you guys haven't checked out Starsky and Hutch for the original GameCube, and it's on other consoles as well, then it's worth a play. It's fun. It's super cheap. Do you get $2 worth of fun out of it? I personally think you do. So if you have this in your collection, I'll be interested to see if what your opinion on the game is. If you see it and it's just $1 or $2, can't lose. And I didn't have a copy of it, so that's yet again another copy in the collection. And speaking of Tony Hawk inspired games, we have a direct correlation to that, which is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 for the original GameCube. And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater really just wrecked me. As a kid, I was a competitive skateboarder and won, national level competitions, and it's an amazing sport to get into, from the camaraderie, to the community, to what it can do for you, as it teaches you, if you fall down, to get back up and keep trying, because that is the only way that you're going to succeed at what you're trying or what you're doing in life. If you take, that perspective from the sport itself and you put that towards anything that you're trying to accomplish in life, then how can you fail if you never quit? So that's what skateboarding taught me, and it just brought together an amazing array of me being able to meet new people that I wouldn't otherwise meet, and be able to experience things, firsthand, that just completely are with me today, 20 years later. So, back to the game, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. This was the 4th installment of the franchise, and it's got new multiplayer modes, including score challenges and combo modes, 14 of the world's top pros challenges, you to prove your skills, all new tricks, sketch behind cars, skate and moving objects, and transfer over spines, where you hold down both triggers and it goes over the spines and ramps over it. And sketching, if you guys have not played the game, or if you're just not familiar with the lingo, that is whenever you hold on to a moving vehicle and it pulls you along to gain speed. So they implemented that into this one. This one is a Player's Choice. I do not own any other Player's Choice games. This is my only Player's Choice copy, and it's sad that it's this one. So maybe staying, maybe going. That as a collector for Nintendo GameCube, that just really bugs me. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, guys. But that is it for this week's episode of our gaming pickups. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to today's episode. Again, thank you all for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and following along on the crazy process as we move into the new gaming space. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Until next time, guys. Peace.
Mega Man!